In today's video, I'm going to be crafting the Champion's Destiny. Now, I know I'm a little bit late for this, but I want to see how it is crafting one of these craftable legendary weapons after the Abyssal Void dungeon. And I'm going to take a look at them and give my thoughts on them. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. Alright, so the first weapon here is going to be the level 80 right here, which has a 75,000 stats. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same one as the Oracle's Gaze, but this one's called the Champion's Oath. So, it's the same amount of materials, but it's going to be with the swords, and we're going to be taking a look at them. So, let's go ahead and buy the first one. Alright, so here we have is the Champion's Oath. Now, this is the very first one. Now, they're all legendary rarities. So, right here, 75,000 power. Honestly, the sword looks a lot more basic. I honestly think that this sword is not as good as the very first staff that you can get all the way right here. Because if we look at the staff, honestly, this looks like more even aquatic or even more detailed. But I think this one's alright. It's a decent sword. It's not anything too crazy. And if you get this one in the underworld, then you'll be really overpowered for the underworld itself. But that's pretty much it. I'm gonna give this one a score on 1 out of 10. I'm gonna give this a 6.5. Alright, for the second one we have right here, which is the Champion's Fury. And for the main version, it's the comparison of the Oracle's Wisdom. Now we're gonna go ahead and buy this. This has 4 million power. Let's go ahead in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it and let's equip it. We got the Champion's weapon right here with 4 million power. Now this is for the Steampunk Sewers map. Now the sword, honestly, I just feel like it's not much of an improvement. It looks really similar. It just looks like it's the same thing with just a little bit more tiny bit detail put into it. Honestly think some of the steampunk items might even have more detail into it. I feel like once they did the staff, it was a big upgrade compared to this. I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 5 as well. So let's go ahead and move on to the third weapon. Alright, the third weapon is the Champion's Judgement for level 160, therefore Aquatic Temple, which is the other version for the mage is the Oracle's Revelation. So we're going to go ahead and buy this. 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and put it on. Alright, so this sword I personally think it's a massive more improvement. There's a ton more detail. It looks like it's some sort of royal sword and some of these ice spikes. Or is it lasers? I don't know if any of the previous swords had that. Honestly, I do like it. It's basically a better improvement. Though I don't know if it's as good as the one in the past. I'm going to give this one a 7.5 out of 10. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ultimate weapon you have all been waiting for, the Champion's Destiny. Alright, we have right here the final weapon with the Champion's Destiny with 3,999,999 power. That's a lot of power. Now, it is the replacement or the other version, the Oracle's Ascendance, which has the same amount of power. Honestly, this is super exciting. This was the first weapon, but I wasn't able to get it. I didn't grind Greg. I did do it for the staff, but I didn't do it for the sword. Now we're gonna find out how this is once we go ahead and craft it. So we're gonna go ahead and press craft here, and voila, we got it. Let's go ahead and take a look at this powerful weapon. We got here the Champion's Destiny. This is the ultimate weapon, and an overpowered weapon if you're going to go ahead and start doing basically maybe entering Abyssal Void or in Yokai Peak. This is honestly the weapon of mass destruction to make that dungeon an absolute breeze. Honestly, I don't know if this dungeon, sword is as good as the others. Here's a comparison between the staff of the Oracle's Ascendance and the Champion's Destiny. I honestly don't think it's that much better than if we go ahead and compare it to Oracle's Ascendance. I think I'm gonna give this thing a 9 out of 10. I don't think it's worthy of a 10 out of 10. It doesn't really feel like it doesn't have the charm to it. Alright, that is all the warrior craftable weapons. Honestly, if you guys want to see me do this, if they release a new craftable weapon, let me know in the comments, and I'll be glad to do it. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. YouTube says you'll like this video all the way over there. And waddle out, my friends.